The lost Caverns of Ixalan may be 60 days away until it hits the local store scene, but this product has a lot going for it that players need to be aware of. The unfortunate side though is this product is falling at the end of the year, which means this product is already lost. Set up for success, but ultimately going to be a failure. It bothers me every time. Welcome back everyone, MTG Moxman here, and thanks again for hanging out with me on my channel today. Remember guys, if you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like and subscribe, join the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave some comments in the comment section because each and every one of you guys is important. You're helping us get closer to 20,000 subscribers, and I can't appreciate you guys enough, so thanks again for making that happen. We're getting closer every day, guys. It's getting crazy out there. Thanks again. Now let's get to a serious thing that's going on here, and this is the lost Caverns of Ixalan. Now, this product should be a success. Everything in my mind tells me it has the elements that players would want to see. Elements of your childhood coming forward. Dinosaurs. You've got things of fantasy. We've got vampires from the past. Remember the vampire pirates? We have regular human pirates. Makes you think of the Pirates of the Caribbean. We've got angels. You've got giant creatures and monstrosities, living gods. You have so much, and this is before we've even seen spoilers. They've only given us images of what this product's going to be. Everything there sounds like it's a dream come true. But what we've learned is players tend now to consume products rather than enjoy products. You buy it, you play it, you put the mechanics of the game together, and you move on to the next product. We all do this. But in the original game, I think a lot of players forget there was a story to be told. There was lore and world building that followed behind all this. Even in the little tiny flavor text they gave us, your imagination went wild. And this is where the game has fallen off. This is why we have this disconnect with players not feeling attached to products. It's lazy creation skills. And I'm not talking the engineered mechanics of the game. I'm talking the backdrop story. How can you get involved, invested in a character, a place, a world, if it's just like, hey, they went here, they did this, they jumped around here, planeswalkers are now desparked, there's no powerful people, and even if there are, planeswalkers aren't really that tough anymore, they can be taken out pretty easily. What? That's what it comes to. That lazy, absent-minded skill-building level of writing and lore they're giving us is destroying a section of the game that I think a lot of us really appreciated back in the day, and newer players are just unaware of how attached you could be to the old worlds, the old characters. There's a reason why Dominaria, Fallen Empires, Plane Shift, guys, there's just so many, Alara, Original Zendikar. Some of these worlds, I mean, I'm not snapping everything off the top of my head here, but I'm telling you, there were so many ways we remember these old places, and they didn't have to have powerful cards because Fallen Empires, it was horrible, it sucked. Okay, I may love the world and love the cards, I like Spardadia, I like the idea of it. Dominaria, the fact we've never even visited all of Dominaria, you've always seen one little continent kind of, lets you know how big these worlds are. I've actually done a few lore videos on it back in the day, trying to get the point across about how great this stuff is. But let's jump back here to Ixalan. We had Ixalan, which was what? That was 2017. Then we had Rivals of Ixalan, I think in 2018, like the 2-block thing. And now we're going back. Here we are, 2023, at the end of the year, unfortunately. Like good old, oh, I don't know wherever I put double feature here. Like double feature, it's at the end of a year or the beginning of a year. And it's wallet fatigue. It's all kinds of stuff that's going wrong for it. They're trying to tie this in with Jurassic Park kind of secret layers. They're doing everything they can to keep the marketing machine going. But what they need to do is build a better story, give us a better backdrop, and let us engage in the product for a longer period of time. And I'm not talking hundreds and hundreds of days. I'm just saying, let the players get in there. I like the fact that this set is still 60 days away. I'm glad I haven't seen a ton of spoilers yet. The ones I've seen, I gotta be honest, I kind of like. Now, most of you guys have seen these. Actually, I'm sure everyone here on the channel has seen all these amazing images they're giving us. Like, this looks like, to me, a living god, right? Like, he's a mix of a couple of, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen other content creators go through this, you know, the merfolk of the continent, you know, with the the Sun Empire and stuff. You guys get what I'm talking about. Here's like an armored raptor. Now, if you guys didn't know, this is like a total ripoff of Dino Riders. This is a ripoff of Dino Riders. That's what I'm talking about. It's a ripoff. People don't realize it, but there was a toy called Dino Riders with like armored suited dinosaurs that fired lasers and stuff. I think it was Tyco Toys back in the day. You guys can look that up and let me know, but I'm pretty sure it's Tyco Toys, which is owned by Mattel, not Hasbro. But what Hasbro did do is they've allowed us to play on Ixalan. They let us know what's going on. And what I mean by that is I've already played on it. I've already been here. In case you guys didn't know, there was a D&D set, a module container set, as well as a campaign setting of Maztica back in the day. I think it was called Maztica. Maztica. I'll pop it up on the screen here. And that was an amazing world encompassing. It had gods in it. You had like jaguar armies. You had these puma armies and stuff. I don't remember everything about it, but I remember really enjoying this like Mesoamerica type themed D&D set. And this is what we got in Ixalan. This is the feeling we had. And the whole adventure thing. And now we're going now to the journey to the center of the earth. And I hope they paid Jules Verne some money. I know the guy's long since gone. But Jules Verne was this journey to the center of the earth. And right when this set was announced, a year ago, you guys can go back and look at that video. Before any content creator, any of the big guys got out there, I said, this is like a journey to the center of the earth. This is exactly what it is. Remember the Brandon Fraser movie back in the day? And of course, there's movies going back 50, 60 years, always rehashing this plot line of them following this like a hollowed earth. And there was an image. Do I have it here? I'm going to see if I have an image. There it is. There it is. You can see here the core, right? And you see this image of the core. But now take a look at this. Look at this. There's Brandon Fraser in them. Well, that doesn't look that dissimilar, does it? You got mountains and background ranges. And this is all because of good old Jules Verne there, the journey to the center of the earth. That's what I'm talking about. This kind of rehash idea is done on purpose. This is why it should be a success. When you bring back that kind of nostalgia that people know and appreciate, and it's something we recognize as consumers, we dive into that. We dive in and we consume it and we love it because we may have enjoyed the books, the movies that have come before it. But this is where they fall off the rails without telling us a unique and an interesting story to back everything up. Just showing us some fancy images and kind of rehashing things we already know about is basically us just looking at it, saying, I recognize it, I'm going to consume this piece of material, but what comes next? Because without an interesting story, plot line, or backstory to tie this set together, we'll just look forward to the next one. Right? We'll just look forward to the next one after that. And that won't give Wizards the long-term sales or the long-term value of nostalgia. Without nostalgia to tie you to sets, players don't really care 20 years from now going back to a reprint set, a Master Series set of somewhere we kind of knew but we never got to really know. We may know the name, but new players coming don't really know Dominaria that well. Only players have been around the block a few times, right? You've been around a while. Same as some players will remember Zendikar a lot more than new players will. I get the concept they're trying to go for here, and that's why the set should be good. I personally am excited because I like this type of value in a set. I like the imagery they're showing me. I like the idea of tying it in to themes and stories I grew up with. But give me a decent story. And this is where Wizards is falling apart. They haven't given us some really good lore in a while. I've heard it numerous times from guys like Historian talking about how badly it is. And when I start thinking about it more, it bothers me more. Not to the point I'm not going to buy the product or anything. Of course not. I'm going to indulge it, love it, and hopefully find some cool cards I can add to a deck. But imagine they gave you a good, interesting story of this hollow earth world where maybe they're all hunting this treasure. That's what they're going after this time, I think, right? They're going after a treasure. But are they going to give us decent characters? When we're going to the center of the earth looking for this hidden treasure, some version of the Immortal Sun, probably a different type of it, are they going to be like other races down there that are fighting back against it? Like, I hope they give us a half-decent story with some good plot lines and just a little more than what they've been giving us the last few years. I think if they add a good backdrop story, they're going to get a lot more success than they realize out of sets like this. Because the D&D campaign was well written for Maztica, and we played it for years. Years. And then looking back on it makes you want to go back and buy things like this in the future when a little kid who's playing at 14, 15 years old doesn't have the money, but remembers the set, remembers the story, remembers what happened. Now they're in the 30s, they got some cash flow, and they decide to go back to that set if it's something they enjoyed. Now let's tie this into the end of the video, which is going back to the end of the year. Tying products into the end of the year means Wizards has to try that much harder because they have a new set coming a month and a half later, and they kind of still cram it together at that end little piece. They need to give some breathing room, which means if this set's coming out now, we shouldn't see anything from Secret Layers, any other product lines should be delayed. I'm talking all the way till like late February at the earliest. For any Secret Layers, any Commander decks, they should leave the block open to allow players to indulge in the product a little more, give everyone a little bit of breathing room, let the wallet recover, and that way over Christmas break you get a few extra bucks, you get a little bonus and you want to buy a few packs of something, that's the time to do it. Not to mention they may have tied this into the end of the year, but a lot of us here in Canada at least are seeing more price increases. It may only be $5 a box, but it was $5 last year, and then $5 middle of last year again. So things went from like the $139 to $144 to $149 to $154 to $159. That's in the course of 2022 to 2023. That's a big increase. That's a lot of small increases, one on top of the other. And it's not coming from the store level. It's being imposed on them by distribution or by Wizards of the Coast. Usually they tell us about price increases, but let's face it, the exchange rate, shipping costs, gas and fuel, the way the economy is, just sets a product like this for failure. Maybe not so much in the US, right? Maybe you guys have those fans in the US here playing the game and fans of the channel. You guys can let me know what the boxes will be like. I'll check it when it comes up on Amazon and stuff to see what they'll be paying. And yes, there'll probably be an Amazon dump at some point, but a lot of players do want to play it when it comes out. And if it's a good story, if they put some good mini stories up, they get some decent writers to give us some lore, you might see some increased sales. And how much does it really cost to get a half decent writer to put some of this stuff out there? It should not be that hard. Because the hack people they're getting, these little quick fly-by-night people, really don't do it. They don't get the players involved in what this is all about. I think they've got to work a little bit harder, do a little bit better, and they will see the results when they outlay that kind of effort into their products. Right? It's just like if people finally saw them do good card quality. I know we bring this up. Card quality. The difference would be massive. And I don't want this product to fail. I know I've been talking about Bloomborough and I'm so excited because I think it opens so many doors. But again, it's all nostalgia. You're going back to Narnia and stuff that I remember as a kid. It's the same thing. Never-ending story. This is some good stuff they got coming up. And this set, Ixalan, is the same deal. It brings back memories of my childhood, my early teen years, and I can't wait to see what dinosaurs and what crazy stuff they come up with. I want to see more vampire conquistadors. I want to see more amazing merfolk. I want to see what they're going to give us. So Wizards, don't let us down. Let's hope it's a half-decent job, but that's the problem is I already know this product was in production for a long time. They've already put everything together, and it's too late for them to turn the boat around on this one. So we're just going to do the best we can. Hope spoiler season's amazing, and maybe, if we're lucky, as like a Christmas treat, we're going to get a half-decent story. We'll find out. Guys, let me know what you think. Slam some comments down there. Are you just consuming products, or do you find you enjoy the products that are coming your way? Let me know your opinions, guys. They matter. That's what this whole community of Magic is all about, is having these conversations. So eventually, if this channel gets big enough, or other channels get big enough, Wizards may be looking at this stuff going, maybe we got to work on this. Maybe. Let me know, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments in the comment section. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. Thanks for stopping by. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for the top 10. Can you believe it? The top 10 this week, and it's kind of crazy. The numbers will shock you. Looking forward to that video on Saturday. I'll see you guys soon. Have an awesome day. Hey guys, a big shout out and thank you to the fantastic patrons I have on the channel, my amazing YouTube membership members. Because of them, videos like this are made possible. So thanks again for being there. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll see you all tomorrow. Welcome back to the Ramble Jamble, and thanks for stopping by. Guys, the worst thing is to be disappointed when you have high hopes. We've all been to a movie, we've all heard amazing things. You walk in, and it's mediocre at best. So you feel so let down. Even though it's not a horrible film, you feel let down. With a set like this, and childhood memories locked up here about all that cool stuff I showed you, yeah, I have nowhere to go but downhill. So I'm really hoping there's at least a half decent story I can get behind with some cool cards and designs and give us some decent flavor text. And if you can fix the card quality, why not? There's just a little bit there that I have high hopes. I can't help it. I like the idea of going back here. I like the setup. Even if this year, I was, of course, down on Commander Masters the whole time. I can't help it when I see us just getting ripped off for cash. I don't care if it sounds negative. It was negative. This stuff here, I have hopes and dreams, and I hope it comes out well. Just like Wilds of Eldraine, I think it's a pretty well put together set. I like it. I like the idea of Eldraine. I just think they gotta do better storytelling to grip players in, to help with their marketing 10 years from now. They gotta stop being such short-term people and look at the long-term implications of their choices. And I just don't think they're doing it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. You know it's true. I'm not even going to tell you to clean up because I know you already did.